Good day, everyone. I wanted to talk a little bit about scams. Scams have been a little rampant on me lately, and I have two eBay accounts, and I've been getting people trying to scam me on both of them. Let's see. The most recent one would have to be I had sold a brand new game, not opened. I had it physically in my fingers, and I packaged it. I know there was nothing wrong with it. But when the game arrived, apparently the disc was loose. Now, that can happen in shipping, but again, I package them as best I can to avoid that. I'm sure everyone has seen that. And they're typically not going to come loose in shipping. It can happen, but that's not a heck of a lot you can really do if it does. So I offered for the customer to return the game if that's what they would like to do, because I'm not going to give a partial refund on something that's not my fault. And partial refunds are usually a sign people are scamming you, believe it or not. So I mentioned that to them, and they were just adamant about getting a partial refund, and they didn't want to deal with the return process or anything. I offered a discount on some other games just to kind of, feel the situation if it really actually was a problem and not somebody trying to scam me. So after a little bit, they just kind of stopped messaging me and left it alone after threatening to leave negative feedback and the whole nine yards. I left that one at that. One other recent one was I had sold a game, and later on that night, I got a message saying that I need to change the address it's being shipped to, and they didn't want to cancel the order and have it purchased again so that they could put in the new address, which is what you should do is if you have any address issues to avoid problems, because it needs to be delivered to the correct address that is listed on the sale. If it's not, they can say it wasn't delivered and get the item for free. So don't even risk that. I thought it was a little weird, but it was quite late, so I didn't look too much at it until I looked at it again in the morning, and I realized that it said the account didn't exist anymore. So I double checked, and the person that bought it from you was still an active user, and the message was a completely different user. So what some scammers will do is they'll look at sold items and they'll message you on them and tell you to change the address. And I mean, I guess it works if this is what they do. Didn't work for me though. Thankfully, I wasn't that tired. And one more was somebody had purchased a game. I had printed the label and I was getting ready to ship it when eBay sent me a message that they canceled my sale because of a problem with the buyer's account. So they could have been hacked. It could have been a number of reasons why, but they did not allow the sale to go through, and thankfully I didn't ship it. Otherwise, if that happens, you need to get the package back somehow. Otherwise, you're out the money because eBay is just going to take it out of your account. So be careful with stuff like that. I mean, it's nice to ship right away, but if you're really quick, sometimes things like that can happen. So thankfully, I didn't ship immediately. I usually have a 2-day business wait time just to kind of, make sure there's no issues before I ship an item. Plus, if I don't have a ton, that way I don't have to go all the way to the post office for just one item, and I'll build up some sales. Speaking of sales, I'll move on to this for some of the week I've gotten so far. I sold this Sony wireless microphone that is for concerts, socials, things like that. I sold this Spider-Man action figure. Looks pretty nice and brand new and sealed. Sold Rebel Star Tactical Command for the Game Boy Advance. And I sold this HDMI to RCA converter. But that is my information for today. Try not to get scammed. It's a scary place out there. I have plenty of more stories I have not mentioned. These are just my most recent ones I can think of. If you have any horror stories, feel free to share. If not, try to be careful. And please like and subscribe. I have lots of information I will share with everybody. And if I happen to get popular enough, I will start a program where I will teach people how to become as successful as I am on eBay. Have a great day.